Hello, friends. Today we are going to analyze another story from our collection. As always, the link to the story is in the description under this video. The story begins with Fiona, a 27-year-old woman who decides to marry a rich, older man named Mark. However, despite the age gap and the significant difference in their backgrounds, they seem compatible, or so it seems. The story hints at the possibility of a transactional relationship, suggesting that Fiona may have married Mark primarily for financial reasons. This is further emphasized by the detail that Mark owns everything, including the house and businesses. Despite the initial compatibility, cracks begin to appear in their relationship. Fiona feels suffocated and unfulfilled, while Mark is portrayed as stubborn and controlling. The story also introduces a new character, June, who becomes a close friend of Fiona's. As the story progresses, the dynamic between Fiona and Mark deteriorates, leading to arguments about having children. The story highlights Fiona's desire to escape the marriage, but she feels trapped due to her circumstances. The plot takes a surprising twist when Fiona and June's friendship deepens into a romantic relationship. Despite the emotional connection Fiona feels towards June, she continues to live a double life. Torn between her feelings for June and her obligations to Mark, the discovery of Fiona's affair leads to a confrontation with Mark, who is devastated by the revelation. The story concludes with Mark accepting the situation and deciding to move on. In the end, Mark appears to be the most reasonable of the three main characters, while Fiona appears self-centered, willing to exploit others for her own gain. The story implies that all three characters are flawed individuals who made mistakes. Now let us try to figure out who among them is to blame for the collapse of this marriage. So, Fiona is the main character of the story, and the narrative is told from her point of view. From the beginning, she is portrayed as a cunning and ambitious woman who is not afraid to make bold moves to secure her future. She is described as beautiful with honey-toned skin, sharp cheekbones, and soulful brown eyes. However, she is not naive and understands the value of her beauty. She has grown up watching her parents struggle, and is determined to break the cycle of poverty. When she meets Mark, a wealthy older man, she sees an opportunity to elevate her status and improve her life. Despite being attracted to Mark, she is aware of his flaws and the potential challenges of their relationship. Nevertheless, she decides to marry him for the sake of financial security and a better life. Throughout the story, Fiona's character is complex and contradictory. On one hand, she is intelligent and ambitious, but on the other hand, she is also selfish and manipulative. She is capable of great love and passion, but she is also willing to betray those closest to her. Overall, Fiona's character is a study in contrasts, and her actions are often driven by her desire for a better life. Mark, on the other hand, is an older, wealthy man who is captivated by Fiona's beauty and charm. He is successful in business and commands respect from those around him. However, he is also portrayed as stubborn and controlling, which creates tension in his relationship with Fiona. Mark represents a certain kind of wealth and power that is often associated with older men. He is a figure of authority who is used to getting his way, and he expects the same from those around him. This can be seen in his interactions with Fiona, where he tries to dictate how she should behave and what she should wear. Mark's character is more static than Fiona's, and he is not given the same opportunities for growth and development. He is portrayed primarily as a foil to Fiona, highlighting her intelligence and ambition. And finally, we have June, a recently widowed woman who becomes close friends with Fiona. She is strong and resilient, and she offers Fiona the emotional support and understanding that she is missing from her marriage to Mark. June represents a different kind of love and connection that is based on mutual respect and understanding. Her relationship with Fiona is one of the most compelling aspects of the story, as it explores themes of female friendship and desire. Each of these characters brings something unique to the story, and together, they create a complex web of relationships and emotions. Ultimately, it is up to the reader to decide who is to blame for the collapse of the marriage. However, I believe that the story encourages us to examine our own biases and stereotypes when it comes to love, relationships, and gender roles. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. And if you're still watching, write the word analysis in the comments. That way I'll know that you watched the whole video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.